Many people go through life not focusing on the right things for whatever the reason there is. Some are probably some good excuses or reasons based on some life experiences or situations beyond their control. In other cases, it's simply a big self-discipline problem. True focus isn't just attention. It's direction plus discipline over time. Follow one course until successful is not a cute saying. It's a survival skill for high assignment people. And today that's what we're going to focus on is focus. Yes, today we're going to focus on the word focus. I want you to think about this. Focus is the refusal to be distracted by anything less than destiny. Many people go through life not focusing on the right things for whatever the reason there is. Some are probably some good excuses or reasons based on some life experiences or situations beyond their control. In other cases, it's simply a big self-discipline problem. In either case, both issues can be addressed and successfully if one chooses to. So I have some acronyms of the word focus I want to go over. There's several other types I've come up with too, but these are the ones I believe are most pressing or the most important right now, or at least that I'm going to go over. So the F in focus stands for follow. You must follow something greater than yourself, be that a purpose, a mission, or a divine assignment, which could include or be a composite of all three of those things. Many are wondering because they never choose or have chose what to follow. So let me ask you, what are you following right now? Who are you following right now? Is it your feelings? Is it the popular narrative? Is it trying to keep up with the Joneses? Is it your peers who are not going in the same direction you're going in? Who and what ideas are you following? Are they your own? Are they your purposes? Is it your purpose? Excuse me. So those are the questions we must ask ourselves. When you follow, that does not necessarily mean you're copying that person or thing. It's a commitment to direction. So when you decide you're going to focus on, for example, take a few minutes out of your valuable time, out of your valuable life to watch this video, which I do appreciate, by the way. And remember to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and share this channel. You have just declared to yourself, it is worth my time to listen, to focus on what Darius or what this guy is saying. Let me see if he has something of value. He's saying something of value that can help me in my journey today, that can possibly help me go where I'm trying to get to tomorrow. I appreciate that time. I do not plan on putting anything up this has no value to anyone. This content has value to me. That's why I'm sharing it with you, because I know there are those of you out there who are struggling. You're stuck and you're trying to figure out what the problem is. What is this? What is that? You must, and this is the painful part, when you decide to change your focus from one thing to the other, that does also mean relationships may be affected. Some of your entertainment times may be affected. There must be change. It's a positive change, just like it's negative. It goes both ways. But what do you want? Do you want value out of life? Do you want to provide value in life? Do you want to discover what your value is in life? Then you have to, or your option is to make the right choices on what to focus on and what not to. So following does not automatically equal copying. It's a commitment to a certain direction. If you're going to California, for example, or you're going to New Zealand outside of the USA, for example, then you must focus on what's the best course of action, what's the best paths, the best form of travel that meets your needs, how fast you want to get there. And you must focus on what and commit to which direction it is, especially if you have a reasonable amount of time to do so. But in either case, be it a short time or a long period of time, to plan a traveling destination, you must decide what course of action that you're willing to commit to, what direction you want to go into. That's the same process that happens in life. The problem is a lot of people haven't been taught that either at home or in the school systems or the education systems. So let's go to the next letter in the word focus, which is O. One. So follow one. Mastery starts with one skill, one lane, and one calling. Scattered focus equals diluted impact. Have you ever bought, say, a weed killer, for example, and you notice it's doing good, but it's not doing the kind of work you want, or it's not giving you the kind of results that you would like? So then you go back to the store or maybe go online to research and say, I want a more concentrated or a less diluted form of a weed killer that's going to be even more effective and give me even greater results, right? The kind of results you really want that was sold to you. Because you're tired of this growing back every few months, for example. Maybe there's a product out there that'll kill it for the year, right? And so you want to minimize your time. You want to minimize the energy you put into that particular work. And you say, okay, let me do some research and get a more concentrated, more focused, and stronger form that's not diluted so that you can get maximum impact. That's how we should be in our life. The more you focus, the more you scatter your focus across the board, the more diluted and the less effective you're going to be in your assignments. So, can you name your one? That is your one skill. For example, first of all, when we talk about one skill, one lane, one calling, many of you are Jackies or Jacks out there. Remember, Jack is a person who has many traits or many skills, but he's not a master. And the same goes for Jackie. You are very skilled. You're a good homemaker. You're a good mother. You're good at multitasking. And your women, you're lauded and praised for that. However, could that be a weakness? Because when you scattered like that, something always gets missed, which leaves you frustrated, which leaves you angry, which makes it seem like you have not accomplished anything and that you don't have enough help. Could it be at times, even if you do have the help you need, could it be that you have spread yourself so thin, you have left yourself short? It's not anybody else's fault. And this is not a time for you to beat yourself down. It's a time for you to be aware and then decide to make some adjustments. So there may be some things you need to start focusing and putting your time and energy on. There may be some things you need to say, I'll do this later. For example, for me, I have several different things. I don't just do stuff for Darius, for myself. I do stuff for my parents. I do stuff for my church. I help other people with some of their projects or conversations or whatnot. I'm talking about helping people. I'm not talking about just being friends with folks. I'm talking about helping do certain things, right? And so last week or 2 weeks ago, I told my dad, because I have some projects. I'm working on my channel here. I'm working on some other things so I can get some more income streams coming in. And so, but to do some things I need to finish doing for my parents, I have to actually shelve most of what I'm doing right now in my personal pursuits in order to accomplish the things they want me to do. And ain't nobody make me do anything. I'm honored that, number one, I still have my parents, and number two, I'm honored that I'm able to still serve them. So that's how I look at it. So instead of me having this divided focus and getting mad and frustrated or whatnot, if that comes up where I can't do this because I'm doing this, and then by the time I get home, I'm tired, because that's generally what it is. And when you're mentally drained, I don't personally think you should put yourself at a disadvantage, because you're not going to be all there to focus on that particular assignment or project you've been working on. You have to cool down, chill, whatever your process is. So I said that I'm going to have to put my projects on the back burner for the most part. I'm going to do a little something, but for the most part, so that I can focus on getting these said things done. So that's what I did. And so I focused. So yesterday, for example, it was 2 weeks ago, I've been working on getting some things done. And so a couple other projects I had to get done over the weekend. I said, okay, I'm just going to focus on 2 or 3 things. That's it. And I did it, and I executed. In some cases, it took me longer than I originally thought. But my focus and my commitment was to get that one thing, or those 2 things in this case, done. That one skill could be reading, could be writing, could be speaking, could be learning a new, learn how to operate AI, or could learn how to become a business person or relationship, whatever that is. It takes skill. You have to put some time into it. So there's some things going to have to be sacrificed, either temporarily or permanently, in order for you to accomplish your goals. So instead of being so spread thin, ladies and gentlemen, calm down. Look at what's most important, what's most urgent, and plan accordingly. And get to work on it. Let's move on to the next thing, the C. The next letter is C in focus. It stands for course. Every assignment has a course. That is a path that demands consistency, not convenience. That's one of the things that used to hurt me big time. Is I was always looking for, most of the time I was looking for convenience. Would it shorten my time if I do it this way? If I shorten it this way? If it takes me too much time, if it's 5 minutes out of my way, I ain't want to do it. I just didn't. And so I cost myself. So I created more lessons for myself to learn from. Consistency does not automatically mean or always mean convenience. Doing the right thing doesn't mean it's convenient. Doing the right thing doesn't mean it's going to be popular. Doing the right thing is simply doing the right thing, whatever the cost is. You have two choices: to pay the cost, or to and reap the benefits, or to pay the penalty and reap the consequences of it. You can't follow a course that you never mapped out. So when you set on a course, for example, your job sets you on a course. They give you when you become decide to become a part of, and you are accepted as a part of a business, an organization, as an employee, or in some cases, depending on your situation, a partner. Then now you become a part of a vision you didn't set nor lay out as far as the company's direction is concerned. You may have aligned yourself with it by becoming an employee or a partner, but you don't necessarily have control over mapping out its course for that victory, that set success, or that the direction of that company. You are in charge of mapping out your life, but you're not in charge of mapping out everybody else's lives. You can even have plans. Hey, in this company, hey, this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to become. But that's within the framework of the vision of that company. But you're not in control of it. I want you to identify the season you're in, because there are 3 seasons in this context we're talking about. One is preparation, 2 is building, and 3 is executing. For example, I'm constantly right now in a preparation, but also building stage or seasons of my life. As I become more aware of what I'm capable of and how to monetize my skill set, because you give away a lot of free value, like these videos. Give away a lot of free value, while at the same time working on that free value, setting you up to be paid for the value you offer. I know I've given a lot of value away for free for years, and I've also been a beneficiary of that too. So it's also time to get reap the benefits of that. Not just people say thank you. You know what I'm saying? The bill collectors, they don't want to hear you just say thank you. Matter of fact, they don't even care if you ever say thank you. All they want to know is are you going to take care of their bottom line. So what stage are you in? Are you just now preparing to launch out into that project, or start that business, or to go and fill out applications and submit your resume, or start that relationship, whatever? What stage are you in? Identify that. And stay on that course, no matter how difficult it gets. If it's the right course, and the way you just stay on it, you'll learn how to identify what's right from wrong. But generally speaking, we know that. So stay on that course. Don't quit. The U in focus stands for until. So follow one course until, okay? Persistence is the twin of focus. And I've heard this so much. Okay, before I go there. Persistence is the twin of focus. You stay on course until the job is done, just like I was just encouraging you. Stay on it until the job is done. Do you know that your job, or that business that for whatever period of time during that day, for example, they've hired you for, they hired you to make their focus, your focus, above your personal focuses for that specified period of time. They want your best time, they want your best energy to make sure their vision comes to pass, right? They want you to focus until the job is done, or until the clock runs out, so to speak, so that they can be that much closer, that much further along in their vision. That's how serious you must take your own life, your own life's journey, your relationships, whatever that may be. That's good, beneficial to you and others. Focus until the job is done. Get the kitchen clean. Go and get the laundry done. Get out there and cut the yard. Fold up those clothes and put them in their drawers or wherever they belong, on the hangers. Okay? Take care of your pets. Spend some time with your children or your spouse. Spend some time taking care of you. Do those things until the job is done, whatever that project or that assignment requires at that time. Okay? People quit too soon because their deadline was emotion, not mission. And boy, have I experienced that. When your focus, when your deadline is based on your emotions and not the mission or the purpose or the assignment at hand, it's as good as almost dead, because you have not decided to live and work based on principle. You decide to live and based on feelings and emotions. Emotions are a gift from God. I firmly believe that. But they were not given to us for us to be driven by them. They were given to us for them to be passengers or sometimes backseat riders, not drivers or riders. They're to aid us in events, but they're not to control us throughout those events. Quitting is rarely about failure. It's about fatigue. Quitting is rarely about failure. That's big, because many of you have quit on your dreams of long ago simply because you got tired. It wasn't happening as fast as you thought. It wasn't happening the way you thought it should have happened. I've been there. That's one of the reasons I'm doing these videos now. It's one of the reasons why I've created my coaching program. It's because I know what this is like. To let your dreams fade away because it's not happening as fast as I would like it or how I would like it to happen. Control what you can control. And it starts in here and in here. So stop being fatigued. Stop being burnt out and refire up. Stop being burnt out and refire up. Because your best days are ahead of you if you allow it, if you accept it. The best days are not behind you unless you decide that they are. The word until equals a covenant mindset. You need to make a covenant with yourself like you make a covenant with others, concerning your jobs or your businesses, concerning your relationships, that until the job is complete or the assignment is complete, I'm going to keep working it. That's a decision you must make. No one else can make that for you. No one can force you to do so. You need to make a covenant with yourself. So see until as a covenant maker and get the job done. And the last letter of the word focus is success, or successful. So follow one follow one course until you're successful. Success isn't external. It's internal alignment with your assignment. Internal alignment with your assignment. Completion is a spiritual principle, because everything started off in the invisible or in the spiritual realm first and then came into the natural, became physical. Okay, so spirit first, physical second. You must define your success personally and not publicly. Everybody determines what success is or is not to themselves. But if you complete your assignment that you were created, built for, and designed to meet, and you follow that path that that was designed for you to travel, that is what true success is. But also, your thought process was in your mindset about what makes you successful. Forget what everybody else says is success. You are a contributor to society. You're that loving family member, relative, a good friend, a good worker, good business person. Whatever that is in that regard, in that vein, that's how you should define success. Yes, having plenty of money, believe me, that helps. But there's some people who have killed themselves and they got millions and millions of dollars in the bank. So money alone doesn't equal success. It can be a part of it. It can be one of the characteristics of it or outcomes of it, but it's not necessarily all there is to it. So define success in its proper form. And I believe that has to do with a person doing, becoming, doing, and having what they were born to do, be, do, and have. So what does success look like in this season to you? Have you neglected to see that you are growing and that you're developing as a person, even though it's hard sometimes, or the word I like to use is challenging? Are you taking a moment to be grateful for what you have rather than being ungrateful about the things you don't have? Those are questions we must ask ourselves and then answer honestly, and then make the necessary adjustments where necessary. So let me encourage you. Focus will either fuel your future or your distractions will delay it. You don't need more ideas. You need more follow through. I will say this to Christians. Stop asking God for more of anything where you're not using the things He's already given you, because you've just shown God you're untrustworthy. So ask God to show you what He's already given you, and some of you already know this. There's some skill sets He's given you, an assignment you are working and supposed to keep working at until. And now you're fatigued. And then you're asking for more of this and more of that. No, master what you have now and make room for more to be added to you. For more to be actually not added, more to be multiplied to you and through you. Thank y'all for joining me today. I pray this, whatever time you're watching this video, I pray you get great value out of what was said. Remember, maximize the moment.